Hey guys, I am back. I'm back, and I hope you had a really great morning. We had a great service at church this morning and watched a little bit of the Olympics just to kind of see what the gymnasts were doing. I haven't recorded, so I just watched one or two of and kind of see where we're at with that. But I wanted to come back in and just kind of put a schedule for the week so you kind of know what's going on throughout the week. I did already post about getting on the same page. And so if you're just at the beginning of your wedding planning and you want to get something accomplished this week, this is the only thing you get accomplished this week, is that you and your fiance actually sit down and fill this out either together or doing it separate, and then compare the two. I think it'd be fun to do it separately, to compare to do the two to see if any of us on the same page or you just completely different places. Or if your fiance is the one that doesn't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, then do it together, like over dinner, and just have an open discussion about each of these. And so whenever you're assigning budgets, just to let's get on the same page, you probably don't know a realistic budget. So this is just like your gut instinct. You're just putting a number down. And then once we get to Wednesday, which we'll talk more about, what does it cost Wednesday, then you will have more of an idea of really how much stuff is going to cost you for individual services. So don't be afraid if this is all you get done this week, because you've got a crazy schedule, you've got a busy life, your work schedule is really hectic. That's okay. The biggest thing is that I want to help you tackle one thing at a time throughout the week. And those that are further down the line of planning, that you might need to do it a little bit quicker or have more on your to-do list, then I can help you do that as well. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I will come on live at 8. So we're going to have a date at 8. And what that will be is tomorrow night, I'm going to be talking about creating budgets and why it's important to have the individual budgets. And then so I'll have more throughout the day tomorrow, but I'll come on live at 8 to talk with you. On Tuesday, it is Tip Tuesday. I'll release a tutorial. We'll have some tablescape inspirations all on Tuesday. And don't forget, between now and tomorrow, please list, and I'll go ahead and post another post so you can put it all in that thread about your current questions. What is your top priority questions you'd love to have answered this week? It's posted underneath that particular thread, so I keep all the questions together, because that's going to be my lead for Friday. So Monday, we've got Make a Plan Monday, and I'm going to talk about creating budgets. Tuesdays, I'm going to have different posts that are coming out. There's going to be Tip Tuesdays, a tutorial release, some tablescape inspiration. On Wednesday, it's Big Win Wednesday. Did you get anything accomplished? Did you get this filled out? Did you get a vendor consultation booked? Just an appointment. We're not talking about booking. We're just talking about an appointment. So we'll talk about all that. And then at 8 o'clock on Wednesday, it'll be, I'm going to talk about florals, because I'm a florist. So I'm going to talk about the pricing for a retail florist. And so you can be educated in that. And because I also rent out silk rentals as well, then you'll have a rental, ideas for rentals, ideas for fresh, and then what you want to DIY and all of that. On Thursday is Thankful Thursday. Thursdays we'll talk about different drinks, drinking stations, and we'll have some more just inspirational things coming out on Thursday. And Friday is my Friday faves. There's just some of my favorite things that I want to share with you on Friday. It's also Flower Friday. Every Friday we'll just introduce you to different types of flowers. Some maybe because they're in season, some maybe because they're maybe just some fun and unusual type flowers, just really educate you about flowers. We might talk to you about wood. I know there was one bride that was looking to use solo wood flowers. I've done a bouquet with those ones before, and I have dyed them as well. I don't have a recording of that. We have to make one in the future to do that, but it's not quite as hard as you think. The only thing with those, you know what? I have to tell you about that later. Really, it's the stem and the thickness. So there's something a little bit different when you're working with solo flowers than regular, say, silk flowers. And then on Saturday, we're just sharing some inspiration. Just some inspiration and overall collections. I want to try and keep each week with something very, very specific in style. So that'll just help you if you're planning a specific style to keep that week around surrounded that particular style. And then next Sunday, it's just going to be recharge. You're going to church, you share about your experience, and that will be the end and the beginning of the next week. And at that point, that you can decide if this is something you want to continue doing with me, or if you enjoy the time that you were, and then that you would like to just continue just doing it on your own. And that's okay too. So first off, any questions? I will start the thread again and keep it pinned to the top. If it's not already pinned, I'll have to check. And then go ahead and post all of your questions in that particular post so I can keep them all together and have them ready for Friday. So if you have any other questions, reach out. Otherwise, get started on this. If you are way past this, you might still need to do this to see if you're still on the same page. So if you've never had the real discussion with your fiance, then you need to have the discussion. And the biggest takeaway for me that I want to share with you today is don't spend more time planning your wedding than you're preparing for marriage. Every single day we'll have a little bit of marriage tips or encouragement just kind of throughout the week, just because that's so incredibly important that you're on the same page. Not just the same page spiritually, but even then, you know, my husband and I came from two different spiritual backgrounds. He was raised Catholic. My grandfather was a Southern Baptist preacher, but we ended up working because I know one of the things that we ended up, that as a couple, when we got married, is that we were going to do things as a couple. If we're going to go to Mass, it was going to be as a couple. If you came to my church, we're going to be as a couple. And then about halfway through our marriage, he did ended up accepting Christ after he started attending my church. And so now we are just excited. We're actually starting a marriage life group here at our home in like 2 weeks with our church here in Sulphur Springs. And so we're excited taking that next step of serving God in the way that he has just opened the doors for us to do. So if you haven't found a church or a small group or life group, I would encourage you to look into that, to try out a couple once until you find the right fit. You're not going to find the right fit right away, so don't give up on that. Just keep looking. So anyways, I am looking forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.
Kissing and hope they cut us, whether they like it or not. I wanna show you up, I wanna show you up. I wanna brag about it, I wanna tie the knot. I wanna show you up, I wanna show you